and alcohol. If you're doing everything else, it's okay. But if you're a drug addict or alcoholic, that's only sin. As long as you're not doing that, you're okay. They're not ignoring the gossiping. They're ignoring the other stuff, sexual sins.
That is horrible.
And what did God do to Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah. Well, this is the year. Perry Stone said, I told you I was listening last night to Prophetic Conference, and this is the year Perry Stone says, "Shut your mouth." He said, keep your nose out of everybody else's business. He took his glasses off and see my nose? He said, I've learned to keep it on my face and not on everybody else's business.
That's right.
But this is also a year you've got to shut your mouth on people and start calling things that are not as if they were. Call things into your life, because you're going to see an acceleration of things when you call it in.
Right.
So it's a very exciting year. We're living in a very exciting year.
It is, and it's unbelievable to me, because I never thought a couple of years ago that we would just go from a van to go to a ministry. And we tried to start a GoFundMe account on Facebook and all this kind of stuff, and that people scam so many people nowadays. It's hard to get anybody to believe in you. Yeah. But this is something that's so needed, and people need to really try to see that people that are using drugs and alcohol, they're not bad people.
No, they're not.
They're trying to find help, and if they're not looking for help, that's on them.
And they're covering up. They're just covering up what's really inside.
That's it.
Inside it says, "I'm hurting, help me."
It's an escape.
It is.
It's an escape. Now with me, and you'll see Jeff later, we went through a program called Faith Home over in Greenwood, South Carolina, and it just changed us. Boom. I mean, it's just like something hit us.
What's the name? Because there's people ask me all the time.
Greenwood, South Carolina. It's called Faith Home. And I'm sure that they would not mind me mentioning their name.
Faith Home, and it really makes a difference.
And I even have the phone number if you need that.
I do it.
Okay. It is 864-223-0694. And that place really did us a lot of good, and that's where we really got it. I laid on the pews, I prayed at night, and I just asked God, and I was mad. I was mad at myself. I was mad at what I had become, that I knew, and people would tell me in my church, and in churches they would say, "You're supposed to preach. You're going to be a preacher. That music that you're playing, you're going to use it for God one day." And I'd get so mad about that. I would be like, no way. No way. I'm playing lead guitar. I'm playing like Eddie Van Halen and all these famous guitar players. I don't want to play that old boring stuff. But when God hit me with it, I never wanted to turn back with my talents. I can't imagine taking my talents and turning them back around and giving them back to the devil.